Twitter. Sorry, everyone. Little technical difficulties here. There, we're good. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good.
it's working.
All right. Now for all the
I'm waiting
people,
for I'm waiting for
viewers.
for YouTube now. Yeah, it's there. Good. Ina, blah blah. If I see hyena, all the rest don't matter in the name. I made a beautiful furry dream yesterday. Anyway,
Furry,
sorry.
furry frame.
Furry dream
Oh, you made a
yesterday.
beautiful. Nice.
Nice.
I mean, this happens once a year that you have a dream that you find beautiful, you know? My dreams
Yeah.
are so weird and lame and like, can I wake up already? This kind of dream. Anyway, so welcome Twitter and YouTube. The stream have been delayed because the fashion show was streaming before. So I'm Denevro from Somnium Space community, and I'm also on Somnium Space Discord voice chat with Kid Nerp and Ultralord. Every Sunday I do some creative stuff around Somnium Space, and the tool you see here is called Unity. It's yes, it's a game developing engine, but you can do way more. Yeah, you can do more. How would you call this tool, Ultralord and Kid? Game development, but you can do more than that.
I would say reality building.
Okay, why not?
It's maybe
Because
Everything.
I'm thinking about a new ways of introducing people to Summon Space. The idea I had it was to have multiple short video that explain everything in the right order. What is Summon Space? What is VR? What is
Yep.
Unity? What is Blender? You see? So because explaining everything in one shot is just too heavy. People have, I mean, we have short attention right now, and as soon as something is complicated, it's like ugh. And you may already know about Unity, so you don't want to hear anymore.
I always thought it would be great to have Somnium Space in 60 seconds. A 60-second, like, really quick
Yes,
thing on, like,
that we need
teleporters.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can launch the community on this. We will need a Summon Space introduction on. Did Oli made one? I don't remember. I think I can make it. I guess. And people are used to hear me. I mean, I hope they are not used because him again with his poor English.
Yeah, if you
Well,
make it, you'll inspire others to make it as well, right?
Okay.
absolutely. Or have
let's-
ideas about it.
let's go.
So the only thing about that is that it sounds like we will hopefully be having a new Somnium version within the year or early next year. So it's almost one of those maybe waiting until we've got the next iteration to show off.
I
But who knows?
don't think because
No? Okay.
I think it's never too soon to teach people about. Is my mouth moving in? Sorry, you cannot see it.
Oh,
yeah,
it is
sorry,
not.
sorry.
It
Because
is not in Twitch. Oh, there it is.
yeah, sorry, I was wondering. Because I'm just looking too low.
Bro.
Hello. Sorry, I love
Chin
this camera.
chin up, little
I
fella.
need to use this $100 camera, okay? This thing here.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. The way you
I
move your hands.
I have $300 of camera up and down. Damn it. I love high quality. Okay, I don't remember what we were talking. Oh yeah, I was saying, and I think it's never too soon to teach people because people won't wait next version to come in Somnium, so they need right now to learn. You know?
Yeah. And is it gonna be like kind of the same, you know?
Yeah, I to be honest, I opened Unity 2021 today.
Yeah.
And
Really? I
my
mean, I've
bridge I just had to change 2 lines and my bridge was working.
Cool. Do you think with the upgrade we will have better networking capabilities? So like, will that come
I'm
with
expecting maybe less bug, but I think we will have new challenge. So
Yes.
let's not expect too much, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
How
a
about-
challenge for everyone, for
How about the
OMG,
web
for
world?
everyone. Yes.
How about the web worlds, bro?
Remember, web are not on Unity.
Yeah, they're using play can't canvas, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you excited about that? Like, I'm really
No,
excited.
not really. I'm already overwhelmed with Unity, so I don't think I'm gonna. I will let the
I
place for
know.
someone else. It's already too much. Okay, let's return to our. In French we say pigs, but let's never mind this expression. So I want to play with Sai today. Scripted intelligence. I'm not gonna kill him.
Sigh.
I'm not gonna call him AI because.
I
Oh,
love that
sorry.
name.
I
Sigh.
because he's just walking on the walls and talking to the walls right now. So as usual, as my stream are now, you can join me in Somnium Space Incredible Words because I'm doing test there. We will meet Sai. Okay. I just have to remember where I put him.
Oh no, he's lost. Sigh.
Ah, I have so many files. I was gonna say files. Yeah, I was gonna say files. Incredible Words. Where are you? There. Man, I have so many projects. I think I have 4 GitHub for Incredible Words. Demo scene. Okay, I changed the demo scene. I just remember. Entry feature. Damn it. Oh my god. NPC. Just, searching is always the easiest way. Oh, 8 people is looking at us in Twitter. And yeah, it's just curious people. They are like a little while and then they are like, oh, Unity, bye. Sorry. Unity is scary, but I'm trying to make Oh, may I introduce you my interface in Unity? The console is here now. So, as you can see, my interface is a little different than usual. Then, okay, I saved the profile here. So when I press then, it's this one at top. So here I have 2 hierarchy window, not just one, but 2. One lock, one unlock. But when I don't use the 2, I just return it here. Here I have project, folder, file, search and stuff. Bold variable, bold graph. Here I have the graph down. On the right up I have game, the console here, my inspector there. The reason why the game is here is when I press play, it's not gonna reconfigure my window. You see what I mean? So my scene will always open. And console here, I prefer than anywhere else. My separation are different, you see? Normally this is a vertical line. Yes?
Why do you have 2 hierarchies and why is one locked?
Okay, let me explain. You will understand, okay? First of all, I will open an Incredi house. You will understand why I have 2 hierarchy. Sorry. 3D feature. No question on the remember Incredi asset maybe? Incredi house. 3D house 1. Good. Sorry, I made it too complicated, I think. Okay. So this is one. Damn it. I put all this. Okay, so this is a house, okay? And this is what is inside the house. And as you can see, it can get very fast messy, right? So the problem is when you want to move an object in this hierarchy, it's just impossible. Because look, you have to do this stupid moving like this. The mouse scrolling don't work. And you need to remember when you want to move it. So what I do is when I have to do this, I have 2 hierarchy. When one that is locked here. So when I touch something, you see on the right it's going to the specific item. On the left it's not.
That's
so great. If I want to unfold this, it's not gonna all be messed. So I can drag and drop very, very easily stuff like this.
That's great, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I need to find Sai. I can't.
Sai, Sai, where are you, Sai? Sai, we're looking for you.
Hey, BioCryo, I didn't see you join us. Welcome.
What's up, BioCryo?
Oh, I got it. Good. Now I can return to my. own scene. Oh, a key you want to learn is Alt. Okay, every time you have an arrow here, okay, if you do Alt click, no, wrong example. Alt click, it's gonna expand everything, right? If you do Alt click again, it's just closing, okay? But what it does when you do Alt click, it's gonna let me do an example more clear, okay? So all this is expand, okay? It's annoying. If I close this and I reopen, it still expand, right? But look what happens if I do Alt close. I reopen, it's all reset. That's very nice. So you have a bunch of stuff open like this. Okay, expanding everything is not really useful like this. It's all messy and I cannot find myself. Alt, close, and then now it's all fine. That's a Denevro tricks for you. Okay.
Thanks for the welcome. Hey, what are we gonna do today? What are we studying?
Oh, BioCryo, hi. Today I want to work with my NPC. Yes, I want to improve it because it's very stupid right now.
Interesting.
And NPC.
So when the AI comes for us, they're going to remember which ones we're calling it names. So I just,
Yeah. I didn't say
We're
anything
too
bad
wise.
about them. So
I didn't say anything bad about them at all.
we're safe, Denevro.
Okay, thank you. I will just keep this in mind, okay?
All right.
Okay, sorry. Now I need to find a development scene because I don't want to create a scene and just forget about it. Test. Test. No, sorry. No, dev. Damn it. Dev. Good. That's the right one. Okay. I'm just gonna call it NPC. PC development. Good. As usual, the 3D cursor is at a random position. I don't know why it's there. Okay. Reset. Now it's here. I'm gonna create a plane just for having a plane. Because as long as you don't use oh, by the way, maybe Ultralord know how to do it, but right now it's very hard to test everything in Unity because of Photon, right? So
Yes.
when you launch this, Photon is not set up, so you cannot really work, and you get bunch of errors. So if you want to take some screenshot, controller logbar, let me Photon mono. No, I made a script just for creating a fake photon initialization, so you can start and you will get less errors. Test room.
Nice.
Yes, so that's very simple. Took me a while to figure this out, but I don't care sharing. So start, connect using settings. This will go fetch Photon setting, whatever, Photon server setting. Okay, you put your free app ID here, or just configure it with Pun Wizard. If you do that, you won't get the error anymore when you launch your test. So you just need this here, or use the window Photon Unity Networking Pun Wizard. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I should not show this thing on stream. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Set up project and you put your string here, and now I've been compromised. Thank you, Denevro. Okay, so connect using settings. Then I do wait condition, network client. Okay, this is very important. Without this, you will get errors. So network client state equal connect to master server. That's client state. You probably know how to add this, right? It's an enum. So if the state is right, you can continue, and now you join our creator room, whatever name, test room, and you put everything to null. So now I have virtually a game that even in fact I think if two person have the same the code you saw, they will be together.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some missing step, but that's the simplest way I found to launch it. And if I'm correct, if I press play, it's gonna be fine. But it's just for showing you this. If you want to take a screenshot.
Another, let me do that. Another node that I've been using a lot lately is editor, I think is what it is. So you can have things run differently if you're testing in the editor versus when you launch it into the
You mean this
world.
under Gizmo, right?
Nope, just is editor. 1D.
All right, got it. Is editor. Yeah. Oh, I've been using this for myself.
Yeah, I've been using that one a lot.
Under Gizmo. This node is very interesting because
It's
it can.
awesome.
With this node, be careful because it's a loop and it can be very heavy, very fast.
Yep.
This execute code when everything is closed. So let me show what I do with that. Okay, I cannot show you that. Let me explain. So imagine I have, I don't know, 300 object I want to reconfigure, but not in game right now. I can put a little script on them and just on add Gizmos, and then they will all update, and then I can delete it. So it's one of the ways of doing mass edition. Like if you have prefabs or stuff like this, you want to all edit at once. Yeah, it's one of the ways. Okay, sorry about that. Let's return to the main topic. What was I doing? Yes, sorry, and I did not sleep enough, I guess. Hero, dev, and dev again. NPC. Okay, my OCD tell me that this floor is ugly. The wood? Why not? I have regrets now. I'm like, just find something already. You know, doing what I'm doing is dangerous because if you edit this material, you are also editing it for what it's the thing that is using it. So it's dangerous to. I mean, we should never see materials like a universal way of using a texture or something, because you should always create a new material when you don't know where it's coming from. You see what I mean? It's just dangerous. Okay, then it will stop. But it's ugly. Damn it, I'm sorry about that. Oh my god. Pick something, stop switching. Okay, this one is too dark. Okay. Good. No coffee if I change again, okay? I've been warned. Okay, NPC. C. Under development. Hello? Where are you, Sai? Not synced. Okay, this is Sai. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Sai. Then are those the thinkers? I think it was the scripted object that was trying to find a path. Okay, let's enlarge this. Oh my god, what happened? Then okay, and now I need some obstacles. Remove this charging cable. Make it set its charge now.
So Denevro, his purpose in life is to avoid all obstacles?
No, it's just to not make mistake and go in the walls. Is it better than saying stupid?
I don't know, bro. I can't speak for the AIs, alright?
I'm cursed. I'm gonna be killed one day by AIs. Or maybe not if I get them to live. I mean,
I think they'll like
it's
you.
like
I
it's
think
like a
AI
kid
will
that
like
ate his parent, you know? That's the same. Oh, I wish I had my shaders. Wait, can I find one of mine? Because they can be stretched. Doesn't matter. I don't know why I bother.
They call it analysis paralysis. When you
What?
spend, I've heard the
What?
term analysis paralysis. When you're stuck. I don't know the exact definition, but basically when you're stuck trying to make a decision or
Yeah.
figure something out, or you can't move forward until something is solved or figured out.
Interesting.
Analysis paralysis.
Interesting. Where did you learn that?
I don't remember where I learned that. I think it was from a movie or the fact that I
Got
suffer from
got
it all the time. I want to know everything about
or you're
something
just a
before
geek.
I.
You may be just a geek. Okay, let's see what.
I
Okay,
think
so
that has a lot to do with it.
as usual, just put everything. Just put environment. You can call it. I really suggest everyone to do that. I mean, if you know what you are doing, don't bother. But I put everything that is static under one object, and then I put it on terrain and static. So you don't have to care anymore about what's inside this. So terrain, everything will be because the rest of the things are not necessarily on the terrain layer, because yeah, let's continue. Start. Whoops, what's this? Let me have some script that whatever. Please launch. Can I middle finger? Oh yeah, good, perfect. This guy, I love him. Let me just remove the source of errors. Scene variables. Oh yeah, where are you? I'm so confused. Test space. Just sleep. Go sleep. There. Guys, I love Unity. I love Unity. I start using it when I start my university, and it have nothing to do with what I was learning at university. I did electrical engineering. What
is that what you got your degree in?
Yes. I cannot call myself engineer because in my country it's forbidden if you don't have certain condition, but I'm equivalent to that.
Gotcha.
Without even never work on that. In fact, get all player dictionary. Why is this broken? Player controller. I think sorry. Okay, my script is broken. Road direction. Okay, I just have to adapt the script for it to work in play mode. Yeah, you saw my console. It's not the right place to put it. I don't know where to put my console. Here? Nah. And it's always in my. It's always there. It's never the right place. Dang it. Sometimes I just put it there. So I'm like, reading console, coding. Let's see. You should avoid maximum editing bold when the game is start, because sometimes you do something and then poof, everything disappear. Like you like you unplay and it's still all delete. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna quit Unity. And you reopen it, it still disappeared. Be careful. If you want very good tricks for Unity development, you should enable file history, at least for Unity. If you don't know how to do it, just ask me. I really love this. Windows did a very great feature. It's always working, it's never broken, and anything. So for example, I can go in my Explorer like this, showing Explorer. Imagine I broke this thing, okay? I forget to get it for days. Right click, properties, version precedentes.
Nice.
This mean precedent. Is it a word?
Precedent, yeah.
Yeah, precedent versions. Then you see sooner this year, like I have date here, and now I can, and I configure my file history every hours. It back up everything, but only the file that have been changed, and it don't seem to use a lot of CPUs if you compare to Google Drive or OneDrive or any other thing. So I very love this thing. So yeah, it's an alternative. In fact, I use it with Git. Both are very good for what they do. But file history is more versatile. You don't have to think. It's just do it. So yeah, ask me if you want to know how to configure it. Rope direction. Okay, because the size script have been made to detect a player and go to him. Sorry, it's the ball here. The ball. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, when you double click, it's full screen. I will just disable the part where it's looking for a player. Set random target. Layer related body target. Okay, if I'm correct. Why is my script? Okay. Okay, I got it. So I just have to disable this. So an easy way to not remove the nodes and forget they were there is to add a debug mode. So I need to find where is the script. Tinker colliders. The tinkers are objects that move very fast to find the path. It's one of the ways I think to create pathfinding without having to have how is it called? Nav mesh. Yeah, we cannot have nav mesh right now. I'm sorry about that. Because you need a scene to have nav mesh. Because they are baked. So you know what? This was just for fun. In fact, I don't even need a debug. Okay, let's do that instead. Good. It may be complaining, but at least it will work. So, like I said the last month, I guess, this is the simplest path finding that exists. It's the maze principle. If you don't know how to solve a maze, there is a very simple way. It's not the fastest. You put your hand on a wall and you always follow this wall. You will always end up at the end of the maze. It's just mathematical. You can do it with your right hand or your left. So you always follow a wall on your right or on your left, and it's gonna work. So this ball, when you touch a wall, it always go on the right or the left. Normally I have two fingers. This one is so fast that it cannot stay at the target. Look, move the target, and it's gonna go there. Oh yeah, let me make a more complicated path.
Question, Denevro.
Yes.
Could you like briefly walk through the way you did that for like the ball that follows the target?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you so much.
It's not quantum physics. To be honest, it's far from perfect. Sorry. Okay, so I have my psi here. My psi do nothing yet. For now, I only have the tinker, so I can just disable psi for now. It's funny because psi is a name in Japanese. Never mind. That's what is being ADHD. Okay, there's nothing to do with that. Okay, so first I have a target and a detector. The detector here is just a ball. Okay, the ball is a trigger detector, so it doesn't really interact with stuff. Okay, that's it. Oh, damn it. Bolt, you annoying. I will have to save the script because you see here it's locked because it's a prefab and the script is not a file, it's embedded. So let me just find the prefab, select. I know it's here. I'm gonna put the script here. I'm gonna call him Tinker. Bolt really sucked with path, so I do show in Explorer. I copy the path here, and now I export the script. Sorry, convert. Damn it! What did I do? Did I break something? Okay. Thinkers. There. Okay. So, I mean, I will really say to everyone, don't use embedded script. It's just so dangerous. If you edit embedded script in... Okay, sorry, I will explain the difference. You have two ways of scripting, macro or embedded. Functionally, it's the same. Almost the same. The difference is embedded, the script is inside the game object. It's not a file. And macro is a file. If you edit an embedded script in play mode, it's gonna be reset when you quit play mode, because a game object is always reset when you quit play mode. And you cannot have multiple objects with the same script because it's not a file, you cannot reference it. So it's just dangerous to edit this with this. I really say to people, even if you test, always use macro. It's just safer. Of course, if you know what you are doing, you may have different workflow. I will never force people to have one workflow, of course. Let's just take some coffee. I can't drink coffee because I did not change the texture again on the floor, remember?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, the thinkers. Let's do with a start. Okay, those are pretty much just initialization of variables, so there's nothing here. So fix update. I need to remember too. Okay. Distance, best distance. Let me just remember what this is. Okay, I have target, I get the position. What's best distance? Oh, okay, got it. So this here is just telling me branch. Okay, this here is a branch because for my tinker to change his behavior. For example, if my tinker is locked somewhere, the distance between the tinker and the target will never change. So this will see the difference, because this is just computing. Did I improve or not? Am I closer or not? So I take the distance. Is it less than the best I could? Blah blah blah. This is just a timestamp. What is this? Then detector. Okay, this here. Damn, this script is complicated for no reason. Okay, sorry. The detector have its own script. It look complicated, but it only do one thing. It check if it touched something or not. The reason why it's complicated is because I need to make sure the thing I touch is not a wrong thing. Because you know, in Somnium space there is hidden things that we should not touch. It's not clear yet. For example, once I made like on trigger enter, and so for some reason I've been detected for very far from an avatar. I don't know why. So you need to check layers and stuff like this. But this, you don't need to think about it when you start a little project like this. You can figure this out later. So what this here is just a variable on the detector. From the detector object, take the variable detect, true or false. Though, did you touch something or not? It really looked like Rumbas. You know in fact, I inspire a little from my vacuum. It's like Psy. The vacuum is very sorry. What can I say not to offend future robots? His intelligence is very simple. So how it works? It always go forward. If it touch a wall with its bumpers, it make an arc. You make an arc backward. It's one of the ways to randomly scan all the floors. There's no more logic. So when the bumpers is hit here, do something. When it's not hit, do something else. Because remember, the ball always go on the same side. Single angle. What's this? Oh yeah, this is for making turn. It's very elaborated math for nothing. It's just making turn like an arc. And this is just gonna go forward. So it's very simple. Go forward or turn. That's it. And check if you improve your distance. I don't even use it, I think. No, I don't use this logic here. So it's really just that. In fact, so as you can see, as the 80-20 rules, as the 80-20 rules say, 20% of the call do the main behavior and the rest do the rest. The annoying thing you have to think of. So look at the mip map is crazy because of the stretching. Whatever. Oh, we can look at the script in live. By the way, I'm not sure if I will keep this technique. It's really slow and annoying. Whoa, was it lagging or what happened? Damn it. Rotation direction. Direction. Okay, there is a variable that's missing, it seems. Tinker collider direction. No. Object direction. Direction. Where are you? Yay, bolt. Yay. Damn it. Direction.
That's
Rotation direction. This script is not working. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Ah, I see. Okay. It's unused code, I think. Why is it unused? I did something you should never do. I was doing test, and then I stopped working on this. So what happened when you do that? It's broken, you don't know why. Damn it. Where's the flow coming from to go there? I'm guessing here. One of the ways I found to make that would be very interesting to make pathfinding will be that you detect the contour of everything. Because if you have the contour of something, the contour of everything is a path, in fact. Even if you need to follow the floor in this case, but it's still a path. So one of the ways I was trying to do is either way use the tinker to detect the path, so you make a complete turn, and then he generate a line that I can use later, or I can use some kind of 3D scanner with a camera. You probably saw that in let me show you edge detection algorithm, or sorry if it's boring. I should do something and then we go test. I was just not sure yet. There is a pathfinding algorithm I found recently, and I think that will be the best to implement. It's very simple to compute. I need to find it. Sorry. Which one it is? Which one it is? Ah, it's this one. This algorithm here, or this one. Those are very basic pathfinding algorithm, and we can do it without the mesh.
Would you rather pay $12?
Ah, shut up. Sorry. Anyway, so what am I gonna do? I would really like to repair this thing. That's very annoying. Are you terrain? Yes. Ah, that's annoying. Rotation direction is still broken. Oh yeah, here it's graph, here it's the object. Got it. Go graph. I would just hope I could repair this, then we can go forward. Because at least, even if it's not perfect, I would like side to do some stuff, you know. Okay, there is another thing I was thinking about. We could okay, you know what? Let's use this. I have another way, okay, of doing pathfinding. This one is more simple and may have less problems. Okay, why are you there? You go here. Target. Okay, let me show you. I'm starting to stress because this is boring. I'm sorry.
It's not boring. It's very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm in my
Thank you very much. Okay. I will go to a much more simpler algorithm. Okay, it's very simple. You put point of interest everywhere it's needed. So, for example, to go to this point here, I have an obstacle here, okay? But I could put point of interest here and there. So when I'm stuck, I need to direct myself to the closest point of interest first. So I'm gonna go here before, and then I go there. So that could be point of interest. So I'm gonna add sphere again, because everything is a sphere somehow, or cubes, because we are lazy. Important to remove the collider, because we don't care. Okay, so I will put a point of interest here. And another point of interest here. Good. This technique is necessary because when you have doors or stairs, it's just too complicated to do algorithms. But in fact, the worst is stairs. It's hard to do like 3D algorithm. So for a stair, I could put one here too, but I don't see this. I don't see this being a problem. Yeah, it could be, in fact. Yeah. Let's keep the name simple. If I keep this, then by copy paste, it's gonna have the same name. So there. Okay, there is my poi. Now what I need is my tinker to go to the closest. So this is the target. I'm gonna put a special color just for, it needs some green or blue or whatever.
What is the most efficient way of calculating, you know, which one of those to go to as a unit in bulk?
The most, okay, you said the best way of calculating which one is closer?
Yes.
in Bolt.
Yes.
If we don't have too much point of interest, I will go the straightforward ways. So you have a list first. Okay, let me think.
Oh, okay. You put it
Okay,
all on a list. That's cool.
okay. This is a physical object. Okay, so I will call it. I need to concentrate. I will call it house. House 1. Okay. Then this is there. The house will have a trigger area. And no okay. You will understand in 1 second what I'm doing. Okay. So, of course, if you have a full world with a lot of point of interest, that's gonna start to be very long to compute. So there is multiple ways. You could do bisectors. So each, you imagine the map is our grid, okay? You can store the information. In fact, listen carefully, because this technique is used in a lot of algorithm in difference. Everything in 3D, in fact, and 2D. So when you have too much information, you separate information by grid. So for example, this 10 by 10 or 50 by 50 grid, combine all the information together. So depending on where I want to go or where I am, I can load only the information on the grid cell I need. So imagine my world is that big with thousands of grid, of cells. I can make a big arrays, a 3D arrays of each cell, a list of stuff. You see, it's one of the ways of simplifying. So for example, here I use a trigger. That's another way too. That's fine too. So if I touch this cube, I absolutely know there is some potential, because if I go straight forward to this point, I'm going to be stuck here. So in this trigger here, trigger are fine, by the way. I don't think it's heavy. So if I touch this trigger, I know there will be some problems. So I need to find, sorry. Poi. Let's put the poi in the house. The house could have just a variable, no needs for script. It's gonna be a list or ROT list, doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Poi list. By the way, I'm inventing you know, it's all not based on theory. It may completely fail, but I think it can go somewhere much more simpler than the weird pathfinding I made before. Did it answer to your question? Oh yeah, for the bolt part, I will say as long as you don't have more than 100 calculation per frame, I will not mind too much. But then it can add up very fast. It's complicated.
It's like inferencing. Like you could have more, and it would make it more efficient, but you wouldn't want more because of all the calculations.
Yeah, I will say there is a generic way of thinking about Bolt. Bolt, first of all, Bolt is a management language. It's not meant to do calculation. If you talk to a manager to do computation, he's gonna laugh at you. Okay, he's not the he's not the guy to that. A manager should not calculate. I mean, he can, but what I mean by that is Bolt is very slow. But you can use Bolt in a way that it's not gonna matter if it's slow. Because, for example, if you use less nodes, sometimes some nodes have background. Sorry, I just want to reset. When you use a node, normally the node itself is called in C# in the background. So what the node do is quite fast. But traveling between nodes a lot, this is slow. So as much as possible, you want to not to travel very fast between nodes, you see? So doing 1000 iteration and a lot of nodes, that can be very slow. And
that's better, yeah.
So you need to think about you need to think of using things that already exist. For example, triggers already exist, and they just trigger an event, a green like this, on trigger. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Untrigger, enter. Oh, damn it, exit. So this is called once. The computation between this is very low, even if you have 1000 triggers in your world, because there's no like scanning of all the things and then selecting the one that you are inside, or like there's 1000 objects and you check which one is the closest. No. Triggers work well with bolt because you are not in bolt when it's not. This is doing nothing when you are not inside. Sorry, imagine it's on enter. So this is efficient. There is other. In fact, you should, if you cannot. Sorry. Let's reset. You should target events first for anything you want to code. Avoid looping. Check if it's true. Check if it's true. Because if you have 1000 objects that are looping to check if one variable is true, it's gonna take process power for a ridiculous reason. So you want to make sure it's even. Sometimes you can't. So you need to scan. For me, I do something. I created this node. It's called slow loop, for example. Okay, there is still things here happening, but in fact, no, it's not. It's using a node. So this is a RF delay. So this is just executing code once every this delay. So I don't loop like crazy. And you can use to fix update. Fix update should be used for 99% of what you do. You use fix update. If you are moving in real time an object, now you use update. Fix update is normally 50 frames per second, and update is dependent directly to your frame rate. So if it's VR, you can go to up to 200 depending on your headset. But at the contrary, fix update, if you are in the 30 FPS and with your headset, fix update will still be at 50. So yeah, complicated. Sorry about that. So yeah, Bolt, you can do very nice stuff, but of course, at one point you will need to do computation yourself, and at one point it's gonna be heavy. If you really have a lot of time, I would consider learning compute shader. Compute shader are not made to show visual on an object like classical shader. Compute shader are meant to do mathematical in parallel. So you call that compute shader in it looks like C++. You can execute it from Bolt. Give him arguments, retrieving a result, and it's gonna send task on your GPU. Compute shader are done on the GPU, so you can do like you can separate your computation with 1000 tasks, 100 tasks. It's executed on the GPU. It's very fast. Then you retrieve the result. There is example on the net how to do that. So if you ever have
For what we're doing though, we're gonna aim for like 100 computations. Right here.
Here, I have no idea. I'm doing some tests, so for now I'm not sure. So what I want
Seems
to do,
like that would be most efficient for this project. You know.
I don't know.
Whenever I have a question,
Yes.
you were saying that there were like tutorials about using compute shaders with Bolt. Is it hard to do, or?
I did not do a lot of compute shader. No, sorry, I did not do at all. I did one. It was just like add 1 + 1 in export. It's very not complicated, to be honest. The most
our math in the computes instead of doing them in Bolt and then
of course, yes.
That would be.
But be careful, because I hear that there is overhead with compute shader. So if you do too simple operation, it's gonna be even longer than doing in C#. But compared to Bolt, I don't know. Maybe it's just faster in every way. Test compute shader. I want to show you what a compute shader look like. Is it that? I think it's maybe this. Sadly, there's no shader graph for compute shader. Oh, by the way, in the next Unity version we will use in Somnium space, we will be able to use something that use compute shader. It's called
Graph shader?
no, that's not that. It's visual effect.
Cool.
Visual effect. Right now we can't because it's URP. It's only URP or HGRP, but I hear that some Express want to that may be a secret, I'm not sure. I said nothing, okay? So this here is a compute shader, okay? It's based on an example, so yeah, it's not very complicated. So inputs, the input is a 2D picture. Compute shader or normally take texture as input and texture as output. The reason it's because it's just pack data very well. You can have a picture that each pixel is a like a float value. It's very possible. Okay, blah blah blah. We don't care. Is there a fragment shader in this compute shader? I'm so confused. Compute chain position. I'm sorry, that's not a compute shader. That's not a compute shader. Was it? Oh, sorry. This one is a compute shader. I'm apologize. Okay. You see, it's very simple. I really think it's okay. I really think anyone can do it. So here the number of thread. Not know what it means, to be honest. Texture as in texture.
Oh, cool.
2D float 4. So this is a list of float 4 as input, or is it output? No, it's the result. Sorry, this is output. So if I guess correctly, this texture have the same size as this here, so it's 8 by 8. Yes, it can be 3D, that's why it's 8 by 8 by 1. So the result is a matrix of 8 by 8, if you prefer a texture of 8 by 8. And float 4, because each pixel have 4 color, if you prefer. And you can configure this texture to be like very high precision. So you do your computation here. So just imagine, okay, you have 1000 object that you need a very complicated computation to put the position. Okay, I don't know, we want the object to move like a wave, so you can do here I don't know, 1000 or what's 1000, 10 multiplied by 100, I guess, or 100 or 1000 here. I don't know really. Whatever, you got the idea. So I separate it in 1000 small thread that each can compute only one of the 1000. Do you understand what I mean? It's parallel processing. It's meant to be parallel. So you need to think of dividing the operation in parallel process. So mostly it's for you can even do machine learning with that if you want. It's very powerful.
So with the compute shaders, the output is always going to be like, it's going to be a number or a mathematical value.
Can be anything, but it's normally a matrix. The output is normally a matrix because you want to store the information somewhere.
Right. Because I'm thinking, can I use like the Unity, commands like dot transform? Can I call those in a
I'm guessing this. Yes, I'm guessing yes. But remember, this is not C#. It's another thing. So I'm guessing this exists. I just found a nice analogy for compute shader for you. Imagine you have 100 employees, okay? And they cannot talk to each other or even send text or message to each other, okay? And you give each of your 100 employees a different task to do, or the same task with different parameters. So that's how compute shader work. You send here, it's 64. I have 64 threads here, 8 by 8.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
That makes sense.
And I have 64 employees and they all cannot know the others because, you know, few employees are faster than others, so you never know which one will finish first. And yeah, and it's, yeah, so you cannot write the input information on the input, sorry. It's really parallel processing theory. If you want to learn more about it, you can ask me, but I really don't think it's that complicated when you know how I do. It's just, you send task and the task cannot interact with each other. That's it. So it's really parallel processing. Instead of doing a for loop of 1000, you do a parallel loop. Sorry about that.
Cool.
So, and here is an example. You see, render texture new, 8 by 8 pixel by 1, because it can be a 3D texture. Set texture, kernel index. Oh, sorry, this is not clear to me, but this is my compute shader. Set the texture. Render texture. I don't think there's inputs. Anyway, and dispatch is for initializing. No, sorry, dispatch is just actually doing the computation in thread groups. I don't really understand 100% how it works, but
bro,
you have an idea.
Yeah,
You know, right now Unity Physics is done on CPU, and there's people that do some simplified physics with compute shader, for example, like some kind of particle physics and stuff like this. So there's so many things you can do.
Raycasting and all that?
Sorry?
Is that like raycasting? Is that what y'all were talking about?
I think recasting go further because there is now hardware acceleration for recasting, so I have no idea. I'm not right now. You know as much as me, so I'm not sure because you know that there is module in GPUs that can do machine learning and recasting now. So maybe you can use them. I don't know. There is very fast CPUs on GPUs now. Sorry, module to do. I will stop there. It's just too complicated. Let's return to the main project here. So I put a. I hope I did not cut your questions. Was it fine? I guess.
Yeah, thank you, bro. That was
So,
very well.
If you understood correctly, both have no limits, right?
Yeah.
With compute shader being there, both have no limits anymore.
Well, at the same time, don't you always have to like find a balance between performance and you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I say there's no limits. I mean, of course there is, but there is always a workaround.
It's amazing.
But we still don't have events. Sorry, we still don't have callbacks in bolt, and that's very a big problem. Okay, by the time I was talking to you, I find a way of doing this. So I remove the variables here. No, sorry, I need to re-put it back. AOT list, it can be just array list or whatever, doesn't matter. Transform. A list of transforms, or maybe I can do a list of transform. Yes, that's even better. So I have this here. So what will happen if the Tinkers is touching this area, it will load because it's touching it. It will load the Tinkers because of that. Point of interest 1, point of interest 2, yeah, good. The easiest way will be that the trigger box is the parent. So I'm just gonna copy it. No. Where are you? Here. Copy component. House 1. It's just easier to code as component values because when you get the collider, when you touch it, the trigger pipe, sorry, you can directly get the variables without thinking too much. So I can now remove this. I need to just expand it and now. Damn it.
So wait, what exactly are you doing? Why do you have the variables on the house? Like
When I will touch the collider, the trigger here, I will go grab those variables.
So when we set it up, do we have to set it up kind of like that with the environment in mind in order to get it to work?
This is sorry, let me just finish this. It's hard to talk and
Yeah, thank you, bro.
20, like let's make the grid idea. Okay, so here is the one cell of the grid. I use triggers instead of complicated logic. I could use just coordinates, you know, but that's probably simpler to do. Okay, so I don't need script here. So when my tinker touch or enter this, I will have access to this game object here. Okay.
Oh,
And now I want to know what's inside this game object. So I create a list here with everything inside. And I already know what is the name of this. So Tinker Collider. I think the Tinker is still working, even if the avoiding logic is broken. Can rethink this later. What are you doing? Target. Where is this target? I think he's lost.
he's loitering.
No, I know why. I know what happened. It's the house layer is terrain. So we think he's touching something, so he stop. I think in your recast is the actual it's what we use now for area detection, if I'm correct. Let's play now. I really hope this technique works. At least it should be not too bad. You can still add some randomness to be sure, but oh wow, the logic is working. I mean, by working I mean that is oh my god. What are you doing, Tinker? What are you thinking about? What's happening? Why are you complaining? Cannot convert vector 3 to... I guess it's this here. Rotation direction. That should be and I'm so confused. That should be 1. Yeah, anyway, I'm not using this logic, so it doesn't really matter. I wish this would work before I start. You just try this now. The rotation direction is just clockwise or counterclockwise, plus and minus 1. That's what it is. Oh, I got it now.
Nice.
I understand. Okay, it's because okay, I understand what's happening. Because this is an object variable called direction, and the reason why I did not find it is because sometimes you edit a prefab and you forget that you add a variable. And you forget to save it. There. Because this can be 1 or minus 1, it don't change. That's my fault. Of course it's my fault, I'm coding. No, it's bad people's fault, not mine. Good, now it's working.
Nice.
He's super happy, you see?
Yeah.
I love to see my AI so happy.
It's kind of cute, bro. Look at it.
It's probably either way turning too slow or going too fast.
It's chasing its tail.
Yeah. The speed is supposed to be random, but it don't really work. Okay, this is rotation speed. This is what? Why is it max 0 and minimum 0? The fuck? Velocity. Velocity. Is it really 0? There is a hidden number. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's of course it's 0. Angular velocity and velocity. Good. It's minimum 5, maximum 20. So let's go 1 to 10. Okay, that's better now. Oh, yeah, there's a collider on it, of course. Whatever. 0 to 5. It's supposed to stop at some point. I think he never get too close. And it doesn't really matter. Okay, now you are slow. That's a good speed for an AI.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro.
Okay, so I don't have the logic yet for that, but you see the logic here is
Yeah.
there's a problem with the reason why he's going back. It's because is at the same time he's targeting this and he's trying to escape. So at some point the force of going back is too strong.
Whoa, look at that. You did it.
Did it.
I have a question. I haven't. I'll test it. I should test it myself. I'm just curious as to what you think, if it could even work. Instead of having multiple updates, could I have a single update and then a sequence node, and then it would go through each one?
Sequence, no. Not sure I understand what you mean.
Like, instead of having multiple update events on a single graph, right?
Yes.
I only have one update event, and then it goes into like a sequence where where it goes one.
Oh,
two.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I encourage this press. This it's. I'm just gonna show what Ultraloid is asking. So, okay, it's too heavy to code in. Okay, so Ultraloid say, I have multiple updates that do this different operation, and instead of doing that,
Yeah,
Or-
sequence is gonna do it differently. Yes.
yeah, what's nice with sequence
Yep.
is you don't have to think about, if you have one update, you have to do cable everywhere that's go here and then go there. So sequence is very nice for doing step by step. In fact, it may be more interesting because sometimes you end up with a very long code. You should always
Yes.
your code should look like a square normally because you don't want to scroll too much in any direction.
I use sequence a lot.
Yeah, I use it more and more. It's very nice. So it does this line even if there is no ends. It do the next.
Really?
No, of course.
Like if
Yeah.
when it
Need,
starts.
I mean, it need to have no ends, like this here.
So in a way, will it act as if they're operating at the same time, or will it?
No. It's a one by one. It's sequence. Everything is single thread. Remember,
Right.
everything is single thread.
Yeah.
This is good because when you have multiple objects that do computation, you know that only one thing is done at a time. So you know, for example, that the variable cannot be changed while you are reading it. That's what we call concurrency. Yes. When you have multiple thread, you have what you call concurrency. It means that you can read a variable while someone else is writing it. Imagine you are reading the 100 position of an array list, and the other set the list to 2 of size. So now you have a memory access memory violation. That's dangerous. Okay, Tinkers part 2. If you touch... there's something I never tried I would like to try is using tags.
They don't work. I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
and-
never mind the tags. We can just use variables. I personally use variables normally. Oh, you can use names too, by the way.
Yes, I use names a lot.
I code stuff in names right now because it's just faster to edit. I can show you. Oh, never mind. Example, if I have 100 space somewhere that are all positioned, the size and the IDs are in the names instead of in variables. So it's just easier because remember, if I change a variable here, now the prefab have inconsistency. So if I want to reset it, I'm losing the information I changed. So it's just simpler sometimes to it's one of the ways of working. I use multiple ways of working. I'm always trying new stuff. That's why I'm slow. Anyway, okay, they never think. Okay, the thinkers now. So this logic here will be replaced by the thinkers. Sorry, the collision detection. On wait, the on trigger is on the other. Can I have an on trigger enter on? Let me think. There's no capsule collider. Can a capsule collider do collision? I don't think. I don't think a trigger can trigger a trigger.
I think so. It can.
Okay, I'm gonna make a script just for. Sorry.
I think a trigger can trigger a trigger as long as you have a rigid body.
You know what? Let's just try it. Sorry, but if you have a are you sure? Because if you have a rigid body and a trigger, it's gonna fall in the void.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah.
You know, I realized something recently. Bolt is amazing because when you do C#, you always need to wait it to compile, blah blah blah. But Bolt, if you want to learn something, you just have to make notes in when it's already playing. You can even recompile Bolt while you are in play mode. So if you want to do tests, it's an amazing language. So you do your test with nodes, then you can do it in C#. I love it for testing. Okay, so I'm gonna make a very simple code on environment house 1. I'm gonna add a hashtag just to remember that there's code on it. Buoyance effector, what's this? Bolt, flow machine. This script won't be executed very often, so there's no. Oh wait, will it? No, it's fine. If you do on trigger enter or on trigger exit, it's not gonna be executed very often. But if you do on trigger stay, as soon as there is something with rigid body inside, it's gonna always loop. So avoid this. Okay, think. My brain had to take a break. What was I doing? I right click somewhere. Okay, got it, sorry. It's back now. Okay, I was creating a script. So right click here, show in Explorer, copy path. Then I go on my house, press new here, past. Gonna be called point of interest area or whatever. I don't mind with name anymore. I just renamed it. I just said I don't mind with names anymore. What I don't say is I rename it 10 times after. Okay. Okay. So on trigger enter. I don't really need. Do I need the on trigger exit? On trigger enter. On trigger exit. I take the collider. Okay, I will teach you something interesting. Collider.game object. You can send an event, a bolt event, to something that don't receive it, if I'm correct. Trigger custom event here. Name it. And trigger enter. I use custom event a lot. I really love them. In C# there is something similar. It's called message. So the collider that's touching me, it's as surely a game object, and I'm sending custom event to it. Okay, I just said you can send event to something that don't even have bolt. It's not gonna trigger errors. The thing you cannot do is to send you cannot send an event to imagine you have a bolt script, okay? You send an event to him, and he already. I'm gonna make an example. Let me simpler. Okay, if my custom event I don't remember by heart, okay, but if I send 0 to add 2 arguments, it may work. I don't remember. But you cannot send like 1 argument to a 0 argument, for example.
Oh yes,
you can send you can call an event on if there's no receptors. You can call less argument if I remember. I'm not sure, but you cannot call more argument. Then you will have a big errors and all the script will crash. So don't do that.
I've started working on a way around that. That I haven't got it working 100% yet.
But which case will you need to do that?
You send somebody a script that requires a trigger, and then you need to update it on your end, but the end user may or may not update it.
I see.
In time.
Oh, but in this case, you can have a legacy.
Yes.
If you send more, you can have a legacy that print an error instead of breaking the script. I don't know, but wait, I'm not sure if you have trigger enter 3 and 2, what will happen? I'm just curious. Let's do it. On key is a very nice for testing. On key, I need to trigger it first. Can I put 0 argument? I don't know. By the way, for on keyboard input to work, you need to click to the game here before to it to work. If you click somewhere else, it's not gonna work. To receive the input, you need to be in the game. What was this error? Okay. Missing input. Okay, you don't want that. Null. Hey, let me alone. Leave me alone, I'm sorry. Okay, what is this saying now? Index was outside the bounds of arrays. Okay. So 1 argument. Untrigger enter. Untrigger enter. What about if I put 3? 3 should work. Oh, he called it 2. That's weird. And I don't even have errors. Don't understand. Okay, so if you send more arguments, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, interesting.
But he called it 2. That's very weird. I don't know why they do that. But if you don't send enough argument, now is not happy. Okay, so it's the reverse than I thought. So it's equal or more. Oh, you know what? More, because then if you have 0 here and if you have 2 here, that can be very interesting to do. You see? So you still receive the event even if you don't care about the information. That's weird.
Oh, okay. All right. So That makes sense. So if you're sending a trigger, you're going to put everything that you need in it. On the receiving end, you can go, hey, I want the trigger, but I
The
could
maximum is
care
9.
less. Ah, neat.
Maximum is 9. They don't know that. Sorry, 10. What the fuck? Maximum is 10, but you cannot type 10. Okay, you can, okay. Maximum argument is 10. I rarely use 10. You can just send an object in. So it's infinite, in fact. Look at this. Is it working or not? Okay, so my point was, send this list to the object there. So you see, there's no receiver and I don't get errors. So now I can make the receiver. It's flashing because it's going in and out. Custom event. Custom event. Okay, I'm just copy paste. One argument. Oh, and I'm 90% sure I did some tests. Custom event, don't wait for the next frame. It's instant. So it's part of the actual thread. And this is not a coroutine by default. You can click it. So it's really like you call some code and then you come back. Sorry, here. When you trigger, it do the code, blah blah blah, and you come back and continue. It really looked like a call of function more than an event. But I test the delay and it was instant to go here and go back. So I don't think there is any point of not abusing events. You know, instead of looping, if the value is true, you can wait that someone else put it true instead. Okay. Where are you? Psi Tinker Collider. I have my 2 events here, and I receive my list of for each loop. I'm not sure if the exit makes sense, but I'm thinking. I want to find the closest. First, I need to save those this array. That graph variable. So it's gonna be the active. So of course you won't overlap 2 areas like this. If you don't overlap 2 areas, it will only remember 1 arrays of point of interest at a time. Boy list. What a dumb name. Whatever. Then I need to find the closest one. Okay. So that's not very hard to do. We already have this here. Distance. Yeah. Now I need a variable that's I need 2 variables in fact. No, I need the index, closest index, and closest distance. It's DST, right? Distance, DST. Oh yeah, of course. Need to initialize float literal. Damn it. Float literal. Float literal, thank you. I put a bunch of 9s because the closest, it's just easier to initialize like this instead of having a condition. Closest index, that doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I can put, I don't need to have like -1. There will be a closer, I'm pretty sure. All this makes sense for you guys? Yes.
Yeah, bro, this is great.
Sorry, I'm
Resounding
joking, I'm
silence.
I'm joking, I'm joking. Branch. I need some less than, less. So if the distance is less than the closest distance, what a curse, my hands. Then you branch, body, hey body. If I remember, item is a transform, so distance doesn't, the order doesn't matter. Since it's an absolute distance, I'm pretty sure. I hope. And this will be what it will be. Oh, it's self. Okay, because it's the thinker itself. Good. The origin is there. The problem I have, if I'm here, okay, the closest is this one. Maybe.
Can those three communicate with each other?
I think you're right. So I think we need 4, in fact.
Okay.
We need another one here. So if this one is the closest, you can say, you can, instead of, yeah. So you need a path.
Eventually they'll be able to communicate.
I mean, they need, because, okay, you know what? It's starting to look like what I was explaining to you, contour. This is the contour, but I mean, you draw a line like this, it's a contour at the end. So what we need is to link them together. Can we just make our line renderer? Would be much more easier. Just curious. I'm a curious newt. Line renderer. It's been a while since I work with that. Is it even doable? Okay, you know what? I may have a better solution. Wait, let's give it a try. Huh. Maybe it's not that stupid. Can I extrude it? What the fuck is this? What did you do, De Niro? Tell me there is shortcuts, please. Tell me there is shortcuts. You know, as much as Blender have shortcuts, Unity sometimes really lacks shortcuts. Line renderer. Can someone help me with this? I need shortcuts. I'm not gonna press plus every time. Wait, let's think like a newbie. Plus. No. Control C, Control V. No. Control D. Control D, yes. Sorry, never mind. Control D. Control D it is. Control D. Oh my god, it's horrible. What happened here? Why is it like this? What did I do to? Oh, wireframe. So I don't need a renderer anymore if I use wireframe. Stretch, tile, distribute. I have no sorry, I was gonna say bad words. Why is this? Why is it doing this here? I don't understand. Okay, let's go back. Did something wrong. Okay. Control D. Somehow it disappeared. Control D. Okay. If you wanna play it like this. Okay, now it's normal. I guess I can materials. This? Won't even work. Root materials. Lava. It's just for fun, right? I won't display it. Ah. No. Sorry, I'm done. Click here and I'm done. Ah, I get it now. With the material I could render both face. Got it. Do I have a... I made a cloth shader at some point. Cloth.
Denebro, do cloth physics work?
Yes, but it's a little complicated.
They do. I've
It's been a
used them.
while. It's been a while, but sorry.
I've used them. They work okay, but yeah, it is quite complicated.
The problem I had is that as soon as you have a scale or rotation with your avatar, it's all broken. That's my experience. Ah, what's this tolerance? How do I change the size? Damn it! Oh, here. Sorry.
Nice. Good catch.
Simplify view? What does it mean? Can I even like oh, that's good because I have an array, so that's gonna be easy to use. My problem is it's never gonna be a continued surface. Continue. You see what I mean? So what happens if I have two contours? That's my problem with this technique. Let's think about that later. Edit. Whoa, what happened? Edit mode. Okay. Control D. Oh, okay, I can do that. Control D. Control D. Control D. I don't think it matters if they don't connect. Loop. If with loop I don't need the last one. Got it. Okay, I have one contour now. So what I want to do is I can't even select multiple. So great. Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm just fascinated. 0 and 1? There's one that of too much. Delete. Oh my god, I love this. It's well done. It's well done. They did a great job. Okay, not perfect, but still. What happened? It's not weird. Okay, sorry about that. Roughly the contour, that doesn't really matter. In fact, I could put it larger, and it's gonna be the path, in fact. So I know he will know that he can use this path directly. I really think this is the simplest way of doing pathfinding. Yeah. Okay. Now what we really want to know is, can we use that? So can I copy component and pass component as new? That worked. I'm gonna hide this just for the purpose of hiding. Okay, so now I don't need the variables anymore. I can take directly the line renderer.
Ginevro, that's amazing. I didn't even know you could do that with the line renderer. So you're going to be getting the points from the index on the line renderer?
One second. Oh, I just need to send a game object. In fact. Wait, what? Self. Yes, self. There. I don't even know if I need this. Okay, sorry about that. Let me think. Sorry, I'm very slow today, but not creative. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna scrap this. Okay, so we still have the event with the game object, ran renderer. What I want to know if there is built-in ways of having the closest point. That is very crucial. Please have it, please have it, please have it, please have it, please have it. That would be so much easy to do.
Yeah, positions, bro. There was a node called get positions.
No, we need the closest. But wait. Simplify. I mean, look at all those. I can't believe there's nothing. Can I disable the rendering, in fact? Oh, you know what? I can disable the game object and I can still have access to information. I disable game object. I think it's accessible, but you can just not run script on it.
That's pretty cool.
I think. But if I can disable the line renderer, that would be even better. Let me check very fast. Oh, there. I can also put 0 materials. That can do it too. I mean, all I need is the information here, and if possible, at closest point. Unity line renderer. What a nice feature I did not really try yet.
Yeah, this is cool,
That's
bro.
not what I want. Unity forum. No, I need the. Come on. I'm just gonna type something random with complete misspelling. That's not what I need. Unity rigid body. I just never remember what's the. I need my website. Where are you? Am I dumb or what? It's the first time I can't find it. You know what I'm talking about is the website for documentation. Unity, I don't know, Bolt, Unity manual. That's what I need. Okay. to 19.2 because with the .3 there's a lot of change. Line renderer, thank you very much. Okay, that doesn't work. Add point, edit point, create point, create point. I mean, with the, for example, with the nav mesh, you can get the closest point of a 3D object. Position. I would like to avoid to do the maths if possible. Wait. Oh fuck. Okay. Line. You know what? Find the closest point of a line. Let all position of line renderer. Line renderer. Okay. What? No, closest, not close. I don't want to do the maths. Don't want. The reason why I don't want to do the maths, it's that my normal self will have done it and then realize that there is something all done for it. Line renderer. Alignment. What's alignment? Big mesh. Bones. Water. Generate light. Get position. Get positions. Please. I don't want. Set positions. No. It did not have been made for doing that. That I understand. Okay, let's try something else. Closest point on a line. That I can do. I can manage this. I will have to avoid to do that. Nearest point. There is a lot of maths. Vector maths. No. Sorry.
So I noticed that we can actually bake a line renderer onto a mesh. Can we create a mesh using that?
I mean, we will have the same problem.
Yeah, I'm just asking out of curiosity.
You said we can create a mesh. Do you have this link?
Yeah. Can't you bake a line onto a mesh? There's like a node. There's a node.
Closest point on mesh. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Don't seem to have.
There is a way to generate a mesh. Let me see where I have that.
I know there is mathematics around lines in Unity and planes, and let's try planes. Collision module. Vector maybe. I'm sure line is a type, maybe. No, it's not. Projection.
There's a method called bake mesh.
Yeah, but I think we will have the same problem of getting the closest point.
Kidnerb, have you ever used the line render dot bake mesh?
No, I haven't used that specifically. No.
Seems very interesting. I think I'll maybe give it a try.
Project. What is to project? First is thinking about projects. Oh, so it's in Chinese. Why am I in Unity Docs China?
You can use the bake mesh method to generate a collider.
Okay, and then I can get the closest point, right?
I don't know, but just knowing that you can use a line to make a collider, like imagine we could have like Tron games or something, you know? That's what's going through my head. But yeah, I don't know.
That could be done. Unity mesh collider closest point. I think it's heavy to generate mesh collider since there is some baking to do.
Right.
I think if you do it like once.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can also generate it in let me think. Can I have the fucking manual, please? Sorry. Ah, I'm gonna get angry.
Why don't you just like
Good. Damn
bro.
it. That's it. I need to learn this URL docs.unity.com that 3d. Whatever. Vector 3. I've seen you can project. I mean, we want the simplest way, okay? No maths. So mesh renderer. So can you sorry, Iltralard, you told me that you can did you send me the link
Yeah, sure.
of generating a mesh from the line?
Well, I have like it in the Unity docs, but I'm looking at the 2021, put it on 2019.2.
Mesh renderer.
Yeah, no, line renderer dot bake mesh.
Mesh collider.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
put it in the chat.
so
Is there a chat here? Oh, open chat. Okay. Here, this is what. This is it.
what? Why did you send it?
There's a chat on the. Where is it?
Just send it to me.
There on art
Just
and
send
show,
it to me.
and you put your mouse right above it. On the right, you'll see open chat and create invite. So, yeah. Anyway.
Is it me? Am I dumb or I cannot find a mesh collider?
What are you gonna do? What are you trying to?
Oh, it's there. Okay, I was writing it in one word. Mesh collider. Cooking option is trigger. Okay. Physics. What's the line casting?
Raycasting?
No, it's for physics. It's raycasting. Not, you're right. Sorry, you said it. Raycaster. Or maybe it's the generic collider that have it. Because here it's like there's no functions. So it's a scripting. Okay. Closest point. Sorry, closest point.
Where?
There. Sorry, mesh renderer, closest point.
Cool.
So, you said, let's do step by step. House. Okay. And then I will do line renderer dot bake mesh. Used font form. It doesn't really matter.
So it needs to be baked on a static mesh. What does that mean?
Wait, static?
Yeah, that's what it says. A line renderer bakes a line onto a static mesh.
I'm not sure. Did I use the right one?
Yeah, I think this is it. But maybe a static mesh is just an empty.
I don't understand what's the point with the camera. Anyway, what mesh? Why is it asking me mesh? Bake mesh. New mesh, I guess. Self. On key, whatever. Then add component. No, mesh collider. Okay, I need to add component. Add component. Mesh collider. Good, let's try this now. I don't think it's gonna be heavy to bake since it's a very simple line. Okay, let's try this. That's exciting. I'm guessing each line is like 2 triangles. I hope. We will see. We can have access to the mesh when it starts. We learned very interesting stuff today, right?
Yeah, today's great, bro. Thank you.
Okay, he's super angry.
Why?
Value cannot be null. Value cannot be null. What's null? Mesh? I'm gonna find example. Oops. Thank you for the example. Oh my god. Mesh. Aesthetic mesh that will receive the snapshot of the line.
Okay, so the line renderer, it makes a line all the way around the outside the way that you did it. All the points are the same distance apart. So if you could find 3 points that are closest together, that would tell you if it's a corner or not. And you could use the camera in order to find out if the camera's position in order to find out if it's convex or
I mean,
concave.
I don't think it really matters if it's convex or concave. My point
Well,
was...
you wouldn't want to go into the closest concave one
you know
because
what?
it would be the corner.
I just realized something. It's not the closest point that I want. I want to cast a line from me to the target. Then here the first interaction here will be my start point, and I follow the contour up to the exit, or something like this.
So what's wrong with the baking mesh? Like,
It's a null, whatever. Line renderer. I have a line renderer, of course. Say it's null.
why? Is it because the mesh is actually null? You're making like a new mesh, and maybe there's something
I'm
that.
not sure if it's the mesh that is null or parameter name camera. What? What?
Parameter name mesh.
What?
The mesh.
Oh, you want a camera? Okay.
Why? Why does it want a camera?
Not even see a parameter name that's called camera. Want a camera? That's so weird.
I think the actual line renderer bake mesh, it needs a camera in itself. So you have to put a camera in the game object that the flow machine is in.
Oh, look.
Right?
12 triangles.
So it works. So why does it know?
Yeah. Because you want a main camera to exist. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't really matter for us.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. We will finish the stream very soon, but there's something I want to check for the logic. So here we have our contour. We don't care about the rest. So here we have the origin and the target. So there's multiple ways of doing it. You can cast a ray like this. You get the entrance and the output, or the problem are those two dots here that's confusing me. I mean the closest point and the further, the closest point of the would I want enter and the closest point of the target. I just want to be sure I'm not creating not working logic. If I take the closest point, it's gonna be this one and this one. If I cast a line, it's gonna be those four here. And can even be more, since this is a concave shape. All I know is that I want to follow the contour. And I want the shortest path, ideally. It's not bad if it's not the shortest path, but ideally I want the shortest path. So, I could also have just used the corners. Like this. Like so. This is the closest. Then I know the path is this. I don't know, something like this. Trying to think. What's interesting is that the closest point of the output, the target, its closest point will automatically be an exit of this contour. If I exit by the closest point, I'm sure there's no more obstacle. So my idea was to find the entrance point, follow closest point, exit point. So and follow the path. Then when I reach the exit, I can stop following this path. Then I can choose which direction. With the mesh collider, I kind of lose this ability. But I can still use both. So the other idea I had was to use a 3D shape instead. Like, oops, sorry. Okay, it have to be simple. It have to be simple. Simple. What happen if my target, this is me, and I have this. Let's suppose it's a contour, but it's very thin. So the entrance, first this is the closest, and let's say this one, no, sorry. The real point will be here. The real exit will be there. In fact, you know what? The real exit of this, I just realized it. The real exit is you always cast a line to the target or something, or you check the closest point, and as soon as when you cast a line there's no obstacle, as soon as you have no obstacle, you can quit. So you can, it can be simple. I'm not sure about the line renderer and how to do that, but if I cast a line, as long as there is an obstacle, I need to follow the contour, and when the obstacle stop, I can yeah, that makes sense. So either way, I follow this path or this one. Hard to see which one is the. I really need some maths. I think there's no excuse. But even if I have very dumb math, it's gonna work probably. The simplest way would you know what would be the simplest way?
What's that?
It will be that to you keep the same principle, but you forget about closest point and stuff. You just do the corner instead. Oops. It's it's meetup time, I hear. I hear fireworks.
Oh yeah. Yes, you are right.
Closest point will be this and that. So entrance, exit. It's less efficient because you may end up having a very big contour, but and this way I can even calculate which one is the fastest path because it's very simple math. Distance, 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 distance. You chose the fastest. Yeah, I think that's the best. So you don't need to bake or anything. You still need to do this operation. Distance, 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 and for the other groups.
I think that's true. But whenever it comes to actually rendering the walls, writing in the code that way, it might be best to use that line renderer to mesh like Ultra was talking about.
Oh yeah, you said baking into a mesh collider, right, Trio?
Yes, like Ultra was talking about.
If you use mesh collider, you can find the closest point. That would be this one and this one. But in real life, the shortest path will be this blue line and this orange line here. You know what? I think this technique is better. If I include those lines in path.
So I was just thinking right now about a simple obstacle avoidance system for the NPC, where like the NPC is walking around, right? And then you have a trigger around the NPC. And then when the NPC hits anything, collides with the NPC trigger, you get the transform forward of the NPC, and then, which is the z-axis, and then you transform position set, and you change, the rotation of the z-axis to that. So like you take the transform forward, and then you times it by -1, so you get the opposite, and then you set it like that, so that whenever the NPC walks into a thing, it'll just automatically turn around and continue it.
Yeah, but look at this problem here, okay? Target, person, and I have this. What would happen if it tried to go in, and then how do we get out?
Maybe he'd go in, he'd hit a wall.
This is the biggest problem. You end up in a corner and you turn in circle.
Yeah.
That's why I need some advanced pathfinding. This is not the best algorithm, but it's one of the one I'm thinking about. Maybe I'm not overthinking, but instead of contour, maybe we could predefine path, So, okay, good. I'm gonna go fast because the stream have been very long. Imagine I have this house, okay? Like this. So, you could do that. You put contours here, all the possible path, like this. That would be what you code, and all you need is, in fact, the corners. Sorry. Damn it. So you need those here. So if you want to, if you want to go here, for example, knowing all your path corners like this, because everything has it aligned, you know that you can enter right there if it's the closest, and then you can take this path here, this, that. Oh, if it's dumb, it's gonna do this, but So I think that's the best way. It will be that you put. We need a way to have path like this, but the line renderer cannot do that right now.
Why not? Isn't each point a position?
Line renderer cannot have T like this.
Oh, you could use it to set a path too for the NPC, that the NPC goes and wait, because positions are an index, right? So you can just get all of them, and then you can make it walk to each of the positions, right?
I'm not sure, but what we need is that we create a point and we give him every possibilities. So this one connect to this. In fact, those two connect together. Those two connect together. Those two connect together. Those two. So it's really the path that we saved, not the points. So this line this line, this line, this line, this line, this line. And in fact, it's both. I think I got something interesting.
Yeah.
This is the safe path. If the AI is lost, you know that the safe path can be used at least. I mean, he can go around. You know, he's not gonna be stuck. I'm thinking that, you know.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. The biggest problem is, how do you want to configure this before and not end up like a nightmare?
Question: is there a way to bake a nav mesh at runtime?
Nah, I don't think so.
You need a scene. It's
Yeah.
baked into the
Hey,
scene.
you just said the word bake. I just have to bake this. You put random dots everywhere, like this. You don't have to think about it. Then when you press play, it tests, with raycasting, it tests the path. So like, imagine it casts rays, like this. Oh, damn it, that one was stupid. Okay, test all the possibilities, and then you will understand that this is possible, this is not possible, this is not possible. That can be easily baked. Yes. Okay, I think that's the best way.
You reminded me of Spider-Man.
There's not. I mean, even if it's little heavy calculation, right? It's gonna be done once.
True.
In Spider-Man 2, I don't know if anyone's played it, but it was the first game where you had like a physics-based swinging system. So like you'd shoot a web, and then from your hand it would shoot a raycast, which would like look at the corners of the buildings, and then it would use some type of algorithm to find the closest one, and from there, you know, you would swing, and then the physics would take over. So yeah, that's what I was reminded of right now.
I just realized that this technique is very, very close to the standard pathfinding. I just ended up redoing it finally. Like it's very similar to this. Because what I'm doing right now is the red and the yellow here. I'm just saying first what is walkable, and then you need to find which path is the easiest. To generate those lines here, the most efficient lines from A to B, there is an algorithm to do that. I just don't know it by heart, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's easy. You start here, then you test all I forgot. Whatever, I forgot. What was it? Whatever. That can be done later. Even if you don't take the shortest, who cares? It's gonna just be funnier.
That's true.
And with this technique, you can do it in 3D. There's no problem, and it's automatically baked. So yeah, you just put sphere with a specific name. Then when it starts, it's never gonna lag for more than one frame. You know, no one will recognize this. And I mean, this is one cluster. You won't bake each cluster with each other.
It's a cluster, all right.
Yes. Good. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry again. I did it again. It ended up super duper technical. Oh my god! And we did not even went to Somnium. Sorry about that. When when you will see the AI moving around, it's gonna
It'll be totally worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think I'm very close to the. So this need that every person that create that's the only problem. That every person that we create a build will need to add those dots. So that's a little problematic. Or I can use a camera, 3D camera, and generate the same principle, but a matrix of dots. That's another possibilities. Yeah, whatever. Maybe that's even better, in fact. You just give him a square and all the rest is done automatically. Poof! And then I go find the algorithm to do that. First, I need to convince myself to not try to figure out myself because it already exists. Then I do it. Look, that reminds me something. That don't it remember you something? Anyway. Lol. Oh, that's the algorithm. Did you saw it?
Yeah.
That's how the algorithm is calculated. So, oh yeah, it's a circle. It grow, it grow, it grow.
And in this case, it's like a raycast, right? Like, what's the circle growing? What is it?
The circle means computation. Each area are computed when they are blue.
Yeah, I know. So they're computed how? Like,
from here, you compute like this. After you compute that, you check if there is collision.
Right.
And then, why does it stop here?
Maybe it's to the point, that red point.
Maybe it's trying to be closest. Like if you are closest, you win or something. Because look, it stopped here. Oh, you continue. Okay, maybe it have been simplified.
What's up, Wilson?
Hello, people. How you doing?
Bro, creating life, bro.
I'm not looking at the screen. Wait a minute.
Oh, look at this. Does it remind you something? Oh my god.
That's a cluster.
Looks like a pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna generate this array here. That's gonna be simpler. I'm gonna generate this.
Cool, bro. That looks cool.
You see, when I said always touch a wall, yeah, I think it's even. This is even harder to do. What about this one? Is it live? Pathfinding.json. Yeah, I love the idea of you gave him a square, the camera, all the rest is automatically computed. Okay. Just afraid if someone don't configure it, the AI. I mean, the AI won't go there.
Cool.
Oh, this is even better. Wow, that's great. Okay, sorry for all the complicated stuff. Thank you very much for.
Nice.
You know, NavMesh should probably use something similar, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, thank you very much for checking out the stream.